Samantha Buenaflor, and I am presenting on the posterior trunk the longissimus group, which consists of the capitis, cervicis, and thoracis. Just to summarize the origin and insertion, and I'll further explain, the origin and insertion is in the transverse process of the vertebrae. To explain further, the origin and the insertions just overlaps each other basically. And for the cervicis, the insertion is in the the mastoid process in the temporal bone. That just summarizes the insertion origin. The action, it extends the neck and it rotates it and laterally flexes it. Then it also extends the vertebral column like this and lateral flexion to the side. And that's the longissimus group.
Hi, my name is Paz Marquez, and I'm doing the semispinalis group, or also called as transversospinalis. So there are three parts of it. The first part is the capitis, the second part is the cervicis, and then the third one is thoracis. But for this case, we're going to summarize everything so that it's going to be easier for everyone. Origin. The origin is in the cervical processes of, and it's in the processes of cervical and thoracic vertebrae. So if you look at here, so let's say process of cervical. So this is the thoracic, and then it's in the here, and it's here, and then yeah. And for the insertion, it starts in the occipital bone. So it starts in here, and then it's between the nuptial lines. So it's somewhere right here. Somewhere right here. And it goes down on the spinous process. And as for the action, and if you see in the picture, this is the capitis, this is the cervix, and then it's the last one, the thoracis. Action. For the action, it extends, it holds upright the neck, so that's why my neck is standing right now, because of that muscle. And then it's lateral, it's from side to side, and then it rotates. And for the trunk, it holds my trunk, it extends, and it rotates from side to side.
Nerve supply, blood supply?
We're gonna do it at the end because they're all the same.
Hi, my name is Miriam Oliva, and I'm gonna talk about posterior trunk. My first one is spinalis thoracic, and spinalis thoracic, you can see it's right here. This little line is going way over there, and the origin is spinous process of the thoracic and lumbar vertebra. And the insertion, a spinous process of the thoracic vertebra, and the action extends vertebra column front to back. My next one is intertransversary. It's behind the transversus process of the vertebra, is this right here. And the origin of transverse process of each vertebra. and the insertion transfer process of superior vertebra, and the action lateral flexor of vertebra columns, like side to side.
Now we're going to do the nerve supply and blood supply. For the nerve supply, there are three major parts. As we look in the diagram, the first one is the cervical spinal nerves, and the second one is the thoracic spinal nerves, and lastly, it's the lumbar spinal nerves. And that's all the three major parts.
For the blood supply, the blood supply is the descending aorta, but the descending aorta is divided into two sections, the abdominal and the thoracic aortas. But for our for the posterior trunk, it's just mainly the thoracic aorta. That's all. That's the main blood supply.